Hello, actors. It is Wendy Alane Wright, and I'm happy to be here. It is a Thursday, which is Thankful Thursday, and I'm wearing twists. I didn't know what that was till yesterday. Okay, so some of you know I'm a black woman, half black, half white, but I didn't grow up with a black mother, so she didn't know what to do with my hair. But my black friends taught me last night that I could do these things called twists. So that's what I did. And these are twists, and they're going to hang there for a while, I guess, until I take them out. Anyway, I'm excited to be here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about your acting career, obviously. I am deeply excited about one of our actors in the Hollywood Winter Circle Academy. He got offered $40,000 to do 5 episodes of a big TV show with, it's a recurring guest star on a really big show. And he signed the contracts and he's shooting it this month. And it's like, woo! And so many of the actors are booking episodic television, network television, streaming, commercials, getting signed. This is the whole reason that you are becoming an actor, is to actually have an acting career. So I want to cut through the bullshit and try to help you with where you are right now in your career, because somewhere you are stuck. Because if you weren't stuck, you would be on set working right now, or you would have an agent, or you would have a manager, or you would have a team of people behind you who want you to be successful and are working to help you achieve your goals. And if you do not have those things, then you are stuck somewhere. Usually you're stuck in your package, right? So usually it's the headshots. They don't really reflect your type. What is type? So for a lot of you who are new, welcome to Talent Managers for Actors. This group was created by me. My name is Wendy Alane Wright. I have been a manager for many years, and I created this group because actors, you do not know what the hell you are doing. You do not know what the hell you are doing. And why would you, right? Because if you were thinking about being an actor in middle school or high school or college, and you were like, I watch TV and that's my dream and that's where I want to be, you would not have been taught how to do that. You would be taught to go to acting classes. And so you go to acting classes and they would start to teach you the method, Meisner, Stanislavski, Chekhov, movement, voice, mask, all this other stuff. You'd be taking acting classes, but then what? You don't know what to do next. You think you have to get an agent. So that's your next thought. Well, now that I've taken classes, I have to get an agent. But listen, I've been an agent. I've been a manager a long time. We have a lot of choices. We can pick who we want. So we don't just pick everybody. So the next step for you is not, I'm just going to get an agent, because agents want people that have proven that they're good at acting and they can book jobs on their own, because we live in a different time. You guys now have access to Actors Access, casting networks, and Backstage, which means you can submit yourself for projects, book your own jobs, build your resume, and then prove to us that you're serious about this business. Because now we can look at your resume and say, wow, this person's training a lot. Well, they're taking this seriously. This person's booked a lot of web series on their own, or short films, or feature films, non-union films, student films. This person is serious about becoming an actor. I have a couple spaces on my roster. I'm willing to take a chance on them because they've proven to me that they're serious. Somehow, a lot of new actors skip that step, and they think they go from acting classes right to an agent. That's not the step. There's steps in between that, steps that make you ready for an agent. Because when an agent signs you or a manager signs you and we give you 10 pages of dialogue on a script tomorrow, you better be ready to bang that shit out and get in the audition room or on Zoom and nail it. right? That is not the time to be learning how to audition, or I'm still trying to figure out my type. I still don't know my brand. I don't have confidence in the audition room. Agents aren't in the game to play around with that. You cannot bring amateur skills to a professional game. Hear me. My friend Rod Rowland said that. Rod is an amazing acting coach. I sent a lot of people to him because he's fucking brilliant. And he's a working actor who's been a series regular for many years. And he's also done so many shows. Look him up on IMDb. You'll see how much work he's done. He's great. And he teaches also. So if you want to take classes, Rod Rowland Coaching. Anyway, he always says you cannot bring an amateur skills to a professional game. How true is that? Can you imagine me walking into the Major League Baseball and be like, hi, I was thinking of maybe being an MVP this year and winning the Super Bowl. What is that? No. See, how stupid. The World Series. Where do I go stand on the third base? You're like, you got to know what the hell you're doing. You don't get to play in the major leagues if you don't know what you're doing. Well, I've been watching Talent Managers for Actors for 3 and 4 years. We've been here 4 years. We started with no actors, and now we have 92 or 3,000 actors. I have seen thousands and thousands and thousands of comments and questions and problems and headshots and resumes and acting clips and monologues. And I see that you guys still don't know what you're doing, but that's why we're here. So there's a great team of moderators here that are here to support you guys. And they're amazing, amazing people who want you to be successful. Because when they were coming up in this business, they didn't have Talent Managers for Actors. They didn't have Wendy, Alane, Wright. They didn't have casting directors for actors, that group by my friend Jeremy Gordon. They didn't have these kind of YouTube channels with Kurt Yu teaching you stuff, or me teaching you stuff, or Amy Jo Berman teaching you stuff. They didn't have all of these things that you guys have today. So they come back here to give their time and their energy to help you so that you can have an acting career too, because they had to figure out everything themselves. And that takes years. That takes years of making mistakes, spending your money in the wrong place, not knowing how to shoot headshots, not knowing who to train with, not knowing which agents are reputable, having the wrong agent, not knowing how to audition. It takes years of trial and error in the past. But we don't live in the age of trial and error for this anymore, okay? Things have changed. I'm changing them. I am changing that shit. Because I don't want you guys to have trial and error over things that you should easily have the information for. The internet gives us the opportunity to share information in a flash. So why should you spend 5 years trialing and error things we already know the answer to? That's why this group was created, so that the beautiful moderators here, Alex Collins, Rebecca Kennedy, Jen Marshall, Jim Doherty, Patrick Ryan, Tony Robinette, Alvarez Ricardo, good God, Jake, I'm going to get all messed up now, but there's like so many fantastic moderators, and forgive me if I didn't say your name. It's just because it's a lot. We have about 14, Alga Diza, Michelle, Angela Davis, Christine Horn, Amy Linden, Jessica Hood, so many people to answer your questions 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That's fucking unheard of, right? So all of you new actors have an opportunity to come into this group and ask any question you have under the sun, and a professional is going to answer it. There was no such thing like that 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. So you're in a very, very, very special position at this time to become an actor. So use this group and ask questions. Don't flail around trying to figure it out on your own. That's the stupidest thing you can do. And I'm not afraid to say it. That's stupid, right? Also use the search bar, the little search icon. We've answered a lot of questions for 4 years. So a lot of times you can go to that search bar, type in the question, and you'll come up with conversations we've already had about that subject, and you can read what everybody said. We are not here to yell at people. Okay, I don't want to yell at anybody. We are here to help. And we genuinely, sincerely want you to be successful. There's not any other motive or reason for us to be here. Otherwise, we'd go do something else and just work on our own lives. But we want to give back. I'm all about giving back. And this group is all about giving back, you know, reaching a hand out to people behind you and saying, come on, let me show you what I did. And that way it'll make it easier for you. Here's a bridge, climb over it. You don't need to go down in the valley and dig your way up yourself. Let me throw you a line. So this group is about throwing you a line. Okay. But we also don't tolerate misinformation. And it's not because we want to be mean or we don't like actors. We love actors. But this is not like every other Facebook group where anybody can say anything and anybody can answer anything. And then all you see is a mishmash of bullshit because the people answering don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I hate those kind of groups. And this is not one of those groups. So the reason why there are 14 moderators who are all working actors is because you want to learn from people who are doing what you want to do.